Hey everyone, today I will be speaking on the second shift, which is a concept that really highlights the unpaid household labor and caregiving responsibilities many people, especially women, may take on after their regular jobs. I'll explore how this impacts family life, personal well being, society as a whole, along with a focus on single parents. So y'all are probably wondering, what is the second shift? Well, the second shift is a term coined by Arlie Hochschild in 1989 that refers to the extra workload people face at home after completing their paid jobs. This includes cooking, cleaning, caregiving, managing the household. The second shift often disproportionately impacts women and single parents, which we will get into detail later. Now, before we get into the analytics and the research on this second shift, I wanted to share my own personal experience um, just with growing up in a household where the second shift was very present. My mother, a physician assistant, raised me as a single parent. She worked full time in a demanding job, still came home to manage all the household responsibilities. I remember her staying up late to finish laundry or to help me with my homework. After a long day's work, sometimes she would fall asleep. Helping me with my homework, but that just goes to show that these experiences actually gave me a first-hand understanding of the pressures that come with that second shift. And now, how does the second shift affect families? Well, research shows that the second shift takes a significant toll on a personal well-being and family dynamics. For example, Dugan and Barnes Farrell found that mothers juggling these responsibilities often sacrifice self-care. Milky and colleagues highlighted how time pressures can create stress, especially for parents with young children. Interestingly, Huang's study showed how immigrant families face additional challenges as they navigate cultural expectations alongside these responsibilities. Now, the overwhelming time and emotional strain, that argument was prevented by Radcliffe and Castle and Malik as well, where you would see single mothers juggling paid work and all household tasks alone, where your economic inequities came in. Huang also went into detail, highlighting that unpaid labor at the home goes unrecognized, deepening financial and gender inequities. And last, we have an increased need for support, where Dugan and Barnes Farrell come in again and highlight the lack of affordable child care along with workplace flexibility and parental leave, making balancing responsibilities even harder. Now, let's take a look at this excerpt from Chapter 11, Figure 11.6 on page 413 in the textbook The Family, 4th edition by Philip Cohen. In this excerpt, we have two married couple families, the Smith family and the Johnson family. Now, the Smith family shows a more balanced division of paid and unpaid work, with more partners participating in both of labor, unequally in unpaid work. And then you have to the right our Johnson family. The Johnson family demonstrates a traditional setup where one partner, the man, focuses solely on paid labor, while the other, the woman, manages all unpaid labor. Now, what's not represented in this excerpt would be that of single parents. Now, single parents, specifically single mothers, face a unique challenge because they manage both paid and unpaid work on their own. Research by Clydliffe, Castle, and Malik shows that single mothers often deal with intense time pressures, balancing work, caregiving, and housework. And Dugans and Barnes Farrell highlight how this dual burden impacts their well-being, often leaving them little time for self-care. Right? So some discussion points on this would be the unpaid work in the Johnson family adds significant value to the household, but it's not reflected in direct economic terms. In both families, the burden of unpaid labor falls disproportionately on women, highlighting gender inequities in the household responsibilities. In single mother or single parent households, the issue of unpaid labor becomes even more critical. Without a partner to share the load, the invisible value of this labor becomes central to the functioning of the home. Yet, it remains unrecognized in economic terms, deepening the inequities single mothers face. So here's another excerpt from that same textbook, right? The Family, fourth edition by Philip Cohen, except for this one's on page 405, still in chapter 11. Now, we just want to take a quick look at this Venn diagram, which breaks down into three categories: market work, housework, and care work. Now, market work, which is in yellow or light green, includes any paid job like working in an office or a store. Housework is in blue, and this involves unpaid tasks like cooking, cleaning, laundry. Um, Care work is located in pink, which talks about taking care of others like nursing, childcare, or helping elderly family members. The overlaps are very important. For example, care work can be paid, like nursing, or unpaid, like feeding children at home. At the center, unpaid housework and caregiving blur with paid work, making it hard to balance everything. This diagram kind of highlights the challenges families face, especially women who often take on most unpaid labor. It is a reminder that unpaid work, though invisible in economic terms, is essential for keeping families and societies running. Next, we have empathy and support, right? So, understanding the second shift helps us empathize with the invisible labor many people, especially women, perform daily. To support families, we can advocate for policies like flexible work hours, affordable childcare, better parental leave system. And then also, these changes can alleviate some of the burdens and create a more equitable society. Now, I'll leave you with two questions to consider. Well, three. What can you do? Here are two. How do societal norms shape the expectations of unpaid labor in households? And what changes could workplaces implement to better support individuals balancing their responsibilities? In summary, the second shift refers to the unpaid labor, like housework and caregiving, that follows a full day of paid work. This labor disproportionately falls on women and single parents, creating stress and impacting their well being. Understanding these challenges is the first step towards fostering empathy and taking action. By advocating for workplace flexibility, affordable childcare, and more equitable division of responsibilities at home, we can support those juggling these demands. Below are some of the references that you see that help me put together this wonderful um, dive into the research of the second shift. Thank you.